Welcome to Arrowclub Armaments Combat Stims. My name is Spenny Tommy, though you might recognize me as Neosun or M541, depending on where you hang out. I'm not going to beat around the bush. You're not here to see my mug. You're here to see that. So let's just get right into it. So right off the bat, the first thing you'll notice here is that everything has gotten a huge new coat of paint. All of the Stim models have been reworked. Well, their textures, at least. I'm not a modeler anymore, texture guy. The UI, visuals have been totally redone. Everything is just brand new. You'll see some Stims here that you're familiar with, like instant health, like this one right here. As you can see, it will generate 50 HP just right off the bat. And then if you hit it again, you can overheal up to 125 HP. One super important thing I would like to highlight here is that all of the textures have been completely redone. And not only with that, they've added some new functional utility too to make them visible in the dark. This should make it a lot easier to spot that one little health stim that you need in total darkness. Thoughtfulness has been put into every little aspect of the design here. A big complaint I had with the original Arctic's combat stims was that everything was blue. Here, it's more colorful, it's more diverse, it's a lot easier to tell which is what on the ground just by looking at it. It's a major feature to me, especially considering the lack of visual readability in the original. This was actually a feature in the original edit that I had for this mod years ago, but just I never got around to uploading it at the time. It had a lot of code jank and a whole bunch of crud that I just wouldn't upload today. So unfortunately, it just kind of sat in my vault forever. But hey, we're finally getting it out to you guys now. One feature you might have remembered from Arctic's combat stims was the ability to replace Half-Life 2 med vials, those little 10 HP healing items, with a random stim. Well, this feature is back, and it's better than ever. We have new options, we have more things that you can replace. We have currently med kits, med vials as before, and suit batteries. And you can change them individually. We're reworking how some of this works, but we're going to do that after this video is over. So the exact console variables for these will be different at the time that this video comes out, so you'll just need to check the description for this. An entirely new feature of Arrowclub Armaments combat stims is simple replacement mode. So what simple replacement mode is that it will have a fixed stim for each individual Half-Life 2 item that you're replacing it. So as we can see here, the med kit is replaced by instant health, the med vial is replaced by bonus health, and suit batteries are replaced by armor regeneration. This is if you are playing a campaign and you don't really want to engage with the silly or strange effects of Arrowclub Armaments combat stims. I get it, I'm not offended. This is for you people, so enjoy. A lot of the stims here have returned from Arctic's combat stims, but have been completely reworked. So a lot of them, as I said before, had a lot of trade-offs, and for some of them, those trade-offs are returning. So for example, this damage boost stim here, once you've gotten your damage boost, this one is much more beefed up. You can insta-kill with this one compared to the other one was 25%. It was almost a nothing burger, and you were still getting hit pretty hard. But the idea here is that if you're getting a trade-off or something that shouldn't be in that one, you're getting powerful. And there's a lot of combat stims here that are just straight boosts. In fact, there's even second levels of them for, an example, a speed boost, where you've got speed 1 and then you've got super speed, where you're just running straight forward at the speed of light for 5 seconds. Some of them have drawbacks straight away, what they do. But as these are fun. They still feel better in their own way, especially considering that you can stack them in just a moment. I'll go through here and I'll show you what all the movement tech things look all on their own, and then we'll get into how they all look all thrown together, because there's a litany of new movement options here, which I think if you have anywhere as much fun just kind of watching things go whoop, as much as I do, I think you'll have a good time. So moon gravity is actually a very special stim that I'd like to talk about for a second. So when I was originally putting this all together, I, for the life of me, could not figure out how to get this to work. So huge thanks to Midwek and Ethical Obligation for looking into this, along with a whole bunch of other polishes and tiny little back-end things that you guys probably won't notice, but will really appreciate if you were more technically savvy than I would in the programming department. Yeah. Not a programmer, just to say the least. But again, huge shout out to them. So big thanks, and I'll let you get back to watching it.
Attention protection team. Status invasion in progress in this community. Response. Isolate. Inquire. Attention, community. Our dress procedures code is now in effect. Inoculate, shield, tightify, code, pressure, sword, sterilize. Attention,
Now, before we close off, I did promise to show you what would happen if you mixed all the flight and movement options together. So, as our little farewell, we'll send you off with a spectacular exit, to say the least. This is all of the movement effects just combined into one. Now, in a practical setting, you're probably not using this like this to achieve this. Like, this is ridiculous, but it's the fact you can. That's the part that's cool. You're probably saving those super speeds for offsetting invulnerability if you can have a clear stim or just damage boost. Like that's an objectively better use for that. But I love enabling dumb stuff like this. Like, this is fun. And in fact, if you wanted to pop like 5-something stims for like 2 minutes of this, go crazy, honestly. Like, this is part of the more fun favors realism thing that I kind of go for. It doesn't matter if it's overpowered or not. Realistically, you have to consider what got there. So, yeah, that's Arrowclub Armaments Combat Stims. Had a blast making it, had a blast play testing it. We had a lot of fun, and now it's in your hands. So, enjoy. You have a great one. Catch you around.